Welcome, viewers. Episode 3 of the good old Tesch talk here. Got my homie and former colleague, Charlton Riley. What's good with you, boy?
What's going on, Dillo? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Just trying to get back at the swing of things in this podcast life. You know how it is.
Yeah, I feel you, brother.
Yeah. Really, I just want to start off right now. NBA Finals coming up. What's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's LeBron. LeBron not going against a super team. It's been a good story. It's great. Jimmy's great. I'm sure Jimmy will be on LeBron all game. But I would like the Heat to win. I won't bet. I won't bet on that. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume LeBron's gonna get it done. LeBron and AD. So I'll say Lakers. I'll say 7. I think it'll go 7.
Yeah, 7. Hey, I like that. I mean, I'm going to go with Lakers in 6. Of course, I don't really want to be biased, obviously. If you saw my first episode, I'm a Heat fan and all that. So, But I really don't think we have an answer for LeBron. We can't have Jimmy. Spo might put Jay Crowder and Andre Iguodala on him, but at the end of the day, who are we going to stop? Stop him. Honestly, the key matchup here is going to be Bam versus AD, and also – what are the Lakers going to do? Are they going to throw their small ball lineup at us, or are they going to mix with Dwight and JaVale McGee? If they do that, I don't know who else we have in there. Will Bam have to switch over there and we have Jay or Iggy on AD? That's a mismatch all day.
Yeah, but I feel you. I don't think they'll go small. I think they can. I think the Lakers can go small. I just don't think they will. I think Dwight played so good. They played so well last series. I don't know how much I don't really know who. I guess I don't know if Kelly Olynyk's really hurt or is he playing. But
who knows?
I think Bam's going to kill AD. Not in the sense where he's going to dominate him, but he's going to go at him every play. And AD's soft. He's a good player. He's a great player. But he's soft. He thinks he's a guard. He does. He's so mad he had that. I tweeted a month ago. He's so mad he had that growth spurt. The senior year in high school, they always talk about, because he's playing the Rockets and all he's doing is taking these turnaround jumpers. And I'm a Rockets fan, yeah, but PJ's guarding him. He's not even really. A lot of time wasn't even trying to back PJ down, or he was incapable of. It's like he was settling for those turnaround jumpers. He hit a lot of them, but it's like, bro, you're 6'11", 6'10", you're a monster.
Exactly.
So it'll be interesting to see how he does. Bam's a dog. We know Bam's a dog.
Oh, yeah. And that
we
mixes well with Jimmy. That mixes great with Jimmy.
Team full of dogs.
But the only thing with me is only one player on the Heat has been in the situation before, and that's Iggy. You got LeBron with the Lakers. Even Rondo brings help on that end. Like, they have Danny Green. I mean, I know he hasn't been playing great, but they have experience on their end compared to the Heat.
Yeah. But Eric Spoelstra is a hell of a coach.
Absolutely.
He's our Matt McDonald. Shout out to our boy Matt. VC turned head coach Matt McDonald one day. Yep. But I mean, he's such a good coach.
Jaywalk too, though.
Oh yeah, and Big Charles, dude. All my guys, man, for the city. But
facts.
But yeah, I think he's such a good coach. I think he's a better coach than Frank Vogel. I think that no one ever is going to stop LeBron James unless he stops himself, which is a rarity. I just think that Spo will be able to scheme maybe a little bit better, where they're going to be able to steal a few games, and then we know better than anybody how good those two young guys are on that team.
Oh yeah, Hero and Dunk.
Don't we know, Dylan? Don't we know? Back-to-back NCAA finals, NCAA tournaments, man.
Yeah, I know, man.
But
what it is. At least it's not Jordan Poole.
To this day, I won't. I won't acknowledge Jordan Poole.
Nah, heck no, dude.
For real, I really won't. I'll give the Hero all his credit. I'll never acknowledge Jordan Poole.
Oh, man.
I'm a hater. I understand that. But yeah, how you think it's gonna go? You think he says it's gonna go 6? How do you think it's gonna break down?
I mean, we can, like you saw in the playoffs, Miami always starts off semi-strong, and if they don't, they usually don't come out with the win. I mean, they have a couple times in the fourth, but they'll start out strong. But can we contain LeBron? I mean, we're not going to stop him, obviously, but there's going to be contained in that. And I agree with you in the sense of maybe Bam can stop AD, but I have seen what Bam did against big dudes. he got cooked by Giannis for a while there and finally stepped up.
Yeah,
He does
I
have
don't.
bad games.
Yeah,
He's young. It happens, but
yeah, young team full of dog. But I don't think he's gonna stop AD. I shouldn't say that. I think that AD will probably still have his season averages. I mean, he's AD.
right,
I just think. Turn that down. I just think that Bam's not gonna quit.
right.
He's gonna go at his neck every play. Like I heard a story today, or was it yesterday? But you hear about the picture that he kept with them of the trailer.
No, I did not. I haven't heard that.
Bam and his mother grew up. They live in like a single wide trailer,
Okay.
and Bam kept the picture on his phone. And every time he'd be in the gym working late, or he'd be there after hours at UK, at Kentucky, somebody would come up to him and be like, why are you still here?" You would show him the picture of the trailer. Like I gotta make it better for us, you know. Like
Thanks.
we can't. This is what I came from, and just like that dog, man. I just think that he's just gonna go at him, and I think that he wants it.
All right.
AD's great. We all know AD's great, but I still think Lakers win it. But I think that matchup is what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure, man. I'm excited for sure. But at the end of the day, can Jimmy get it done against LeBron? Well, again, like we were talking about earlier, we'll both throw these different actions with Crowder or Iggy on him. How much of the bench are we going to see? Because you saw against the Celtics, Miami, they kind of ran that 7-8 player rotation where
Yeah,
none barely saw the court. Olynyk
none
didn't see
hasn't
the court.
played much. It's like
That's
a
what I'm
guy
saying.
walking around with the rookie of the year stuff. He
That's
hasn't
what I'm
played at
saying.
all in the playoffs, really.
I don't know what that's about. I haven't done a lot of research into that of why, but obviously the Heat are in the finals without him playing. So I mean, obviously he'll add
Yeah,
depth, but it
I mean
spoke
they got a
volume there
good team,
without him.
dude.
They
He
really
have a
do.
good
It's just
team.
inexperience, really, right now at the
Yeah,
forefront.
and then you have to run into LeBron James. So it's like,
Um, he's already
again,
pissed
man,
off about not getting the MVP, so it just adds
Giannis.
fire to it.
Don't even get me started on Giannis.
I
Don't
know, I know.
even.
I mean, I'm in the
Don't
same
even.
boat, dude. I'm in the same boat. I honestly think LeBron deserved it, but we all knew Giannis was going to snag that, but
Yeah,
it's the way it
LeBron.
is.
It should have gone to Braun, but it could always go to Braun. You know. My
No,
thing
exactly.
is, my thing is, and what people don't realize is, yeah, Giannis is good, but he has almost he like. Tell me a move. What's Giannis's move? Like, what does he do? What can he commit to memory that he'll do? Harden has
His
a step back that's semi-effective.
he has that quick little drive to the paint and the spin move, but that's easy to cut off if you figure it out soon enough.
What you have to do for Giannis is you have to show him bodies.
Exactly.
He has to see that there's 2 or 3 people in that lane. If it's 1-on-1, no one in the league or in the world can guard Giannis. He's so long. But I'm just saying, like he gets there so easily, you can't really do anything about it. But to me, it's like you want to talk about Harden saying, "Oh, I don't want someone who doesn't pass the ball or who can't play defense," and then you get bounced in the second round in
Right.
the East.
Hey.
And Harden wins it. Listen, he didn't play great. He played good versus Lakers. He had a really bad game. But I mean, Harden won a series with his defense. He had a bad game offensively, game 7, but he blocked Dort. And he
Yeah.
played great defense. People forget that. So I have a little bit of bias towards Giannis. I understand it, but
Right. I mean,
it
again,
happens.
they just fueled fire for LeBron, and if he loses this, his critics and haters coming straight for his neck. So
Oh,
you just he just has that driver. I feel like he wants to win this. Obviously, Miami does too, and like Jimmy said, he doesn't feel like they're underdogs, which obviously, if, in the sense of the word, they are. But
yeah. But I mean, think
Jimmy
about
ready
it.
to play.
Think about it. Did we ever feel like underdogs? Did that team ever feel like underdogs? We had groups of dogs, bro.
Exactly.
Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Everyone was talking about Memphis. A great
Exactly.
recruiting class came out at the next, but that's all about coaching. That's all about the coach. I compared the Heat coach a lot. I mean, George would know better than anybody, but I compared them a lot to us. It just seemed like they had that culture where they work so hard.
Exactly.
They work so hard. We had guys. We had 6'6" Nate, 9 rebounds a
Yeah.
game. That's dog stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Exactly.
Jimmy. You getting it
Yeah.
done. You do what you got to do.
They're definitely the definition of culture in the NBA and why it's important in any aspect of sports, honestly. But that's for other organizations to figure out. The Miami Heat have figured it out, and you see most teams figure it out. And this year, I just feel, I don't know about you, but in my mind, I felt like Miami leaned more towards that Popovich style of ball movement and
Mhm.
defensive style. And then this year, Spoelstra actually gave them the freedom to shoot threes because they had the snipers to do it. Last year, you didn't see that much. And that's obviously why they didn't make playoffs, but it is what it is. They
Yeah,
were in contention, but they never made playoffs. Had
I
that D
mean,
Wade
yeah,
retirement tour, but it is what it
that's
is.
what you do. I mean, a good coach knows his team. You adjust towards your team.
Exactly.
You always have your schemes and you have your principles and you have your culture, but you have to adapt to the guys you bring. It's not like college. You're not really necessarily recruiting the guys that you want. You're bringing your type of guys. You're in the pros, which of course you have the freedom to do that, but some guys may not want to come play here or whatever happens. You know, gel well, so you have to be able to adjust. And I mean, I give credit to Pat Riley.
Straight
Uh,
up.
I mean, the Don. I mean, he's a winner.
He
He's a
really
winner,
is.
bro. At every level, he just wins. You got
Mhm.
to respect that. You got to respect a guy like that.
You really do. So, yeah, I mean, that's really all I can think of with this matchup. I'm excited. I'm glad Miami made it.
I
Obviously,
know you
Lakers,
are, bro.
obviously Lakers had to go through the Nuggets instead of the Clippers matchup like everyone wanted to see. But at the end of the day, they still played hard. And I mean, obviously Denver's not a bad team as they showed us. So it was just really a matchup scheme for
Man, no one in Denver likes the Nuggets. That's what I've heard.
Oh, yep.
Bro,
That's
you see
crazy.
a bunch of
That's
Avalanche and
crazy.
Broncos stuff, bro. You don't see any Nuggets stuff.
That's
It's weird,
crazy.
but I mean,
They
and they
better
were
jump on it
good.
quick though.
Jokic is Murray's a bucket. Jokic is
Yeah,
so good too.
facts.
Jokic is just a weapon.
Yeah,
He's like a Swiss Army knife, dude. He's so good, and
exactly.
he looks like he's so bad. He just moves so clunky
I see
sometimes.
what you're
He
saying.
pulls some of those threes. I'm like, it seems like he gets it up, and I'm like, he's nice though. I like him a
I
lot.
feel you. I feel you. That's funny though. That's funny. Yeah, but I mean, and then they got a big three brewing if MPJ keeps moving up in his player
Stop talking.
development. I mean, it's gonna happen, man. He was supposed to be a number one pick, and it dropped because of injury. So you know
He's
he's
good.
got that
I think
mentality
he's
in him.
good.
Oh, he is. He's just got a
You
lot
know,
of development still. He's got to stick to that one skill. We all know he's athletic and he can play, but once he redefines his skill level, it's gonna be scary.
it's like 6'10", huh?
I think so. Yeah, elite. Yeah, 6'9", 6'10", three
Remember when
playing the three.
remember when Markel Fultz was the number one pick
Yeah,
over Jason
yeah, yeah.
Tatum?
Jason
Tatum
Tatum.
thought, but remember that? How crazy was
Yeah.
that? I didn't know how good. I thought Lonzo would be really good. I never even really seen a lot of Markel Fultz in college, but we
Well,
knew
we didn't.
Tatum was.
He was hurt, bro.
Who made that pick? Think about that team with Tatum.
I don't want to. I don't. I don't want to. I
I would
don't
have. I
want
mean,
to,
you
man.
obviously would have had to have traded one of those. I think still that Sixers team should trade one of those guys, but
All right.
whatever.
I mean, we'll see. I haven't heard anything official, but today I got an update saying they're discussing Doc coming in, which I do like. But we'll see if he can
I heard.
mesh that team together.
I heard D'Antoni. I heard that they think that they can get D'Antoni.
If
They
they
think
get
they think
D'Antoni,
they can
then
get Harden to come to Philly if they sign D'Antoni.
bro, if they get D'Antoni, Joel's definitely getting traded.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think if you put that ball in, I think that'd be a really good hire for them. And you load. I mean, I like Embiid better than Simmons, but I think that Simmons also just isn't in the right system. I mean, he's such a big guy too, and he's running the point. Uh,
Right.
he's no Luca, but you know,
I mean, Luca at least has a perimeter game where, of course, Ben
some
Simmons doesn't. Simmons really Luca has skill set with his handles too, where Simmons it's more of a I'm gonna body your ass and get in the lane to get my buckets.
yeah. It's a lot of that Giannis in him,
Yep,
Willie
exactly,
Ball.
exactly.
You know, who do you think is going to come out the East next year? Full season, who do you think?
Well, that's tough to pick right now because
That's
we haven't
tough to
had free
call.
agency and we hadn't had the draft yet. And I like to base all my stuff off of that, really.
I understand that. Yeah, that's a tough question to ask. I guess mainly I'm just thinking that Nets
And
team is going to be a problem.
obviously, I know Giannis' contract isn't up yet, so obviously if he stays with the Bucks and they fit the right piece around him, he's going to have that chip on the shoulder to get to the finals, unless so he doesn't have to hear it all from all of his haters and critics. But saw what
Yeah,
happened this year. He had that too, and he
he
still
had
didn't.
that same stuff, and he didn't. That team was good, bro. They
And
had
then
a good
this
team.
Celtics will be scary too. And I mean, honestly,
Nets, bro.
I
I'm
don't,
telling you, that team is gonna be so good.
dude. I'm
KD
glad you reminded me about that. I completely
is
forgot.
nice, and he's back,
But
and he has Steve Nash is gonna let him be. He's gonna unleash him.
well, Kyrie just can't. He can't be a distraction. That's all his thing. He can't be
Yeah,
a locker room cancer like he's been in the past. But I think those two will mesh. KD's not much of a outgoing talker as Kyrie is, so we'll see. I think they can mesh together.
I do. It'll be interesting to see. Who do you think that the Warriors are gonna go after this summer? You gonna keep that pick? You think they're gonna try to go after somebody?
I mean, the only dude I could see them going after is obviously Wiseman because that's the only missing piece of that offense. But if they traded, it's not a bad thing. Obviously, with Curry and Clay coming back, it's not a bad thing. And they like playing small ball, but Wiseman's also an athletic center to where he can get a rebound off all that and be able to play. He can't shoot as well, I believe, right now. I still got to watch more film on him to see what he can do at the perimeter level, even the short corner level. Obviously, he's not going to be
Yeah,
a sniper, but
he has a
if
shot. He
he's
has a little shot,
if
but
he's that's what I'm saying. If he's capable of stretching the floor for them, then it's an obvious pick for them. But at the same time, I don't think they need to go Anthony Edwards. I mean, if they keep
they'll
Wiggins,
they'll
it's the
go
same.
they'll
It's
go
the same
Wiseman.
type. It's the same type. So, and
They'll
then
go Wiseman.
obviously Melo's no. They got Clay and Steph,
I
so
know,
you don't
but
want to go LaMelo.
he's nice.
And
But
dude,
I
if you
think
want my take, the nicest dude in the draft, I don't give a crap about injury. Anyone can criticize me on this right now. I will do a segment on none of my podcasts, but my favorite dude in this draft right now is Cole Anthony, and you're not going to tell me otherwise right now.
it's not a terrible pick. I think Collins is a good player. I think that Edwards is really good, and I think Wiseman is super solid. But also LaMelo, I think, is a really good player. He's tall. He's a guard. That's what people. I mean, look at Simmons. You look at. I mean, look at Luka. Luka's basically an on-ball point guard. And a lot of the times, he's running on ball. Harden
Right.
6'5", he runs point guard. 6'6", he runs point guard.
Right.
You're looking for those bigger builds. He has an IQ. He's
Right.
been playing semi-professional ball in Australia. I just think that he's going to be a good player, and I'm kind of excited to see where he goes.
Yeah, he's got to get that right fit, though. I feel like for him to be able to play. Well, honestly, this draft in general is a fit mentality
And
this year.
LeVar needs to shut up.
I mean, obviously that was a given when Lonzo was there, but he ain't going to. But it is what it is. But also, and my thing with Anthony Edwards is he's got to have more of a drive to me. I feel like that dude just plays around, knows he can get it done, but it's like that Wiggins type. I don't do I have the drive? Know what I'm saying?
Thank for Wiggins. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I
He wasn't
still
even the
like
best player
Wiggins,
on his
but
team. How crazy is that? He wasn't even the best player on his Kansas team. And they were saying, we didn't know at the time, obviously, but they were saying tank for Wiggins. I'll never forget that. So many Knicks fans I saw on Twitter back in the day. Oh, we want Wiggins.
right. I mean, honestly, I thought Wiggins was gonna be something special. I mean, obviously
I
he's a
thought he'd
good
be
player,
good,
but
bro.
he just doesn't. His drive ain't there right now, and I feel like that's my concern with Edwards. Obviously,
Yeah, they say Cat's gone.
really.
Yeah, I heard that I mean, it's all hearsay. It's, people, these journalists on Twitter, of course, but they said that he's good as gone. I thought that he and D'Lo were cool, and that's why D'Lo wanted to go to Minnesota.
All right, and then I mean, I trust their what is he now?
Gerson?
Vice President, yeah, Rosen.
Oh,
Trust
he's in
President
charge, bro.
GM. I
He's
know he
GM,
is. Yeah, I trust him. I feel like he can definitely get that team together. He's just, of course, got to get the right weapons around him.
At that point, who has the first pick? They have the first pick?
Like, do the
Yeah,
Timberwolves have it? Yeah.
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 So at that point, I mean, do you go Wiseman and replace him, or do
If
you
they
just
get
go
rid of him,
Edwards?
I feel like they're gonna have to go Edwards unless they want.
If they
You
view
can punch that
Wiseman as
Melo though in there. You could put Melo in there with him.
yeah, but then you have D'Lo. Didn't D'Lo play a lot of on ball?
Yeah.
Or is he a little off ball? I thought he was a little on ball. I mean,
He's nice.
I think if you've done your scouts and they've evaluated Wiseman as the consistent number one player, and you want him to play at the 5, you get a lot for Cat. He's a great player.
Well, exactly. Well, then that's another thing. Then if Cat wants out and you do get Wiseman, who do they get for Cat? Because if they trade before the draft happens, if they can, I don't even know if they can. I gotta see
They
what
do
on
have the
this page.
freedom only because they can pick who they want, you know.
Yep.
And I mean, like, bro, what if they traded him to Golden State?
No, don't make me think about that, bro. Don't
What if
don't
that
make
is
me
that
think
even
about that.
possible? I don't even know if that's even possible. It's just financially, but what
It
if?
could if they really want to.
Could you
If they truly want to
imagine?
rebuild, if they truly want to rebuild, they could and ask for the Warriors' first round pick, and then they got.
That's what I'm saying. Steve Kerr with the stretch five.
I don't want to think about that, man. Why you gotta
Oh,
put
that's
that
a
in my head?
squad, dude.
No,
That's a squad.
come
I hate
on,
that
man.
team.
Come
I
on,
talked
I
about
didn't
it
even want to think
today.
about that. Yeah,
I hate
that's
that Warriors team. Game 7
sucks.
in person, one of the worst. One of the worst. We were up 13 early going in the half. I was like, that's not enough. I remember that Game 7, we were up double digits going in the half. And I remember I was with my mom actually at the game. I was like, that's not enough. They're coming back. They beat our ass. We did miss 26 threes in a row, but
That's tough. That's tough. And then I mean CP with his injury, that might have helped, but
I miss him, man.
I mean it is what it is. Where do you think he's gonna end up? Hell, he don't even it's looking like he's gonna be out of OKC.
I mean, if he wants to win a championship, he's gonna take a pay cut.
Absolutely. But
He's gonna probably get bought out. Donovan's gone.
right.
That team needs to rebuild. I mean, Shea is so good.
Facts.
Dort is really nice. He is already one of the best defenders in the league, I think. He's
Right.
really good. I mean, a guy's averaging 34 a game, 35 a game, and I mean, Hart really was not scoring against him a lot. He was getting, I mean, especially in the first 2 games, he started to get in the groove,
Right.
except game 7. But yeah,
Mm,
I don't know where CP goes, man. What do you think is the best fit? Miami?
I mean, he could, but I don't want him.
That's a championship team. That is, I mean, they
It
already
is,
are.
but
That is a contender with Chris Paul on that team.
I mean you're
Like,
right, but I
I
feel
don't
like
know if
he
they have the
he I feel
cap.
like he'd slow down. We got Cap, trust me. I feel like that might slow some things down, and then I don't. But it's also going to be a matter of does Pat Riley and Spo want to sign back Dragic because he's a free agent at the end. That'll definitely give us a lot of cap space off of him. I know we were paying him
Yeah,
fair
and then you would
money
also
for him,
have
so
two alphas, him and Jimmy, two
exactly.
leader,
See,
like
that's what I'm
two
saying.
super alpha leaders. You
You
know.
think they'll mesh though?
Yeah, I think that that dog recognizes dog. I think. God, I miss Chris Paul. I was man, that was such a mistake on our end
Right,
giving up Chris Paul. But I think that he could gel. I
right.
think that he's probably the smartest player in the league.
Mm.
I don't know. I think that anywhere you go, I mean, think about that Thunder team. Did you think they'd be any good?
Honestly, no, I really didn't. Not as good as
No.
they claim to be. I didn't think they were playoff material, and
They took us to games. They took the Rockets to game 7, bro.
exactly,
And they honestly probably should have won the game. And that's his leadership. A lot of that's leadership. I think what a lot of people don't realize is how important having good leaders is, and how your team can really suffer if you don't have that.
exactly.
Yeah, it's big time, man. Having that guy to guide you.
Yeah,
I mean, think about the lessons that Schroeder and SGA learned.
exactly. I mean, yeah, they had to. You got a great right there, but at the end of the day, as you can see in Miami's kind of system, a lot of them sacrificed. I mean, yeah, there's obviously freedom, but a lot of them sacrificed for the team. Will he want to do that? I mean, I believe he can, but he's gonna have to put his mindset to it and actually want to. Because yeah, they'll give you freedom to do what you want, kind of say what you want, but you can tell it's kind of that once you come to practice, you're in our culture. I ain't gonna take that crap of I'm above all y'all. You know what I'm
We
saying?
know we know that. We've been around that.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. But
You can't just come in there
but
like
that's
that.
college. It's hard to you rarely see that in the NBA. It's easier to get that kind of system set up in a college atmosphere.
That heat culture, bro.
It's scary, man. It's scary.
You can't. I mean, I'm thinking, hey, would I want to play? Would I
Yeah,
want to play in that? I mean, that's tough. It
right.
takes. I think
Exactly.
people don't really understand that. It takes a lot.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, if you want my perfect opinion, I mean, obviously we need to go after somebody who's a star, but if he somehow dropped us in the draft and we got Cole Anthony to mesh with Tyler Hero and Jimmy, That's a scary squad, dude.
What pick the Heat are gonna get? Pretty late, right?
I don't
Late
know. I
first.
think it'll be in between the 18 to 20 something range, probably.
Yeah, he's not slipping
So
past lottery.
I don't think so either. But I remember obviously I was laughing the whole time I was looking at the mock draft, but one of the mock drafts had him slipping that far to like 19 or 20, and I about laughed. I was like, dude, if that happens, bet. But I don't see it.
Maybe he could. Maybe it's something we don't know. But
I mean,
I think that
if
he
if
was
he
good when
don't
he
go
played.
if he doesn't go top 15, then I don't know what happened there. Because I mean, the
I
only
hope
reason MPJ slid was because of
his back.
injury, and then and then Lonnie Walker slid because of injury. So I mean, that just seemed
Man,
to happen,
I just need Nate to land somewhere.
dude.
That's my dog,
I was
man.
discussing it with one of my boys, Renzo. Dude,
He deserves it, dude.
this man straight up said Celtics or Spurs for Nate. Could you imagine that fit for either one of
Spurs fit
those?
would be a dog. Coach and Samp and Pop are friends
Oh,
too. Wouldn't that be some crazy?
bro, that would
I
be
mean,
crazy.
I bet they look. I bet they look. They look to Galen.
Oh, I know. Well, yeah, I know.
Galen, dude. My boys in Germany. Shout out to
That's
Galen. Good
crazy.
for him, though. That's
Yeah.
great. But yeah,
That does scare me for the future of the G League, though, because if he had to leave to Germany, then he must know something that a lot don't.
yeah. I mean, at that point, especially with uncertainty, you got to follow the opportunities.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying. Obviously, I feel
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
might say something where the G League might be losing money, and maybe will we have it next season?
I mean, I would hope, bro.
I hope so too.
People need G League. And you
I know
think
they
about the
do.
jobs, even regardless of the players, and think about the staff
Oh, I
and
know,
everything.
bro. But
That'd
it's
be
some
super
stuff
sad.
I'm hearing, man. It's this 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 money cut could be tough for this league right now, man.
Yeah.
But hopefully that don't fade out. But yep. Anyway, I mean, I hope Miami wins, but my prediction is Lakers in 6.
Yeah, I like Miami, but not enough to bet against LeBron.
Exactly.
What it comes down to, especially how a triple-double game,
Yeah.
closeout game 5 or game 6, game 5.
Right.
I mean, it's like would I bet against Kobe? No. Would I bet against Mike? No. Would I bet against Tim Duncan? Probably not. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
you get that status, you get all those rings, you get that acclaim.
Right. I mean,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I know
So
what you mean.
I bet against Bron before and been wrong. So not against the super
Yeah.
teams, but
Right. Nah, bro. I like these takes that we had. This is interesting. I kind of want to flip it over. You want to go to some NFL real quick for a little bit?
I'm down. You know the
Let's
vibes.
get it. Let's
Big
get it.
Cap.
I feel you. What what kind of team or player has kind of shocked you or kind of just surprised you right now in the moment going with this through week 3?
Shocked me?
Well, not even just straight shock, but just kind of like a wow factor. Like you're like, oh well. Like I mean, I don't know if I was expecting that, but it didn't surprise me that he was doing that. Kind of that type of
Well,
factor.
you know what I'm really glad about? I'm saying this because I have him on both of my major fantasy teams. I got Russ. Dude, I want Russ to
Oh
get the
yeah.
MVP. He
I mean, he's
deserves an
playing like
MVP,
it.
man.
He's definitely playing like it, and I hope he does too. I definitely enjoy that dude. I tried to get him, but some dude picked right in front of me to pick in front of me, so I ended up going with your boy Watson instead, since they chose Russ up front. But it
Well,
is what
not
it
the best
is.
move this year, but
He didn't do bad week 2. Week 1 was rough, but it is what it is.
you know,
Or week 3, I should say. He did good week 3. Week 2 was rough. That's what I'm gonna say.
yeah, I want us to lose every game. I do. I don't want the Texans. I can't keep saying this. I want the Texans to lose every game.
I sure
I
don't.
do.
I had them
I want
projected in the
O'Brien gone.
playoffs, man. I mean, I know you do. Well, it seems like half the Houston, well, half, 3/4 of the Houston population that keeps up with him want him gone. I
You
mean,
know,
I
we
always
criticized
supported him.
Kubiak.
Yeah, I always supported him and respected him until he traded away Hop. That's when I was like, dude, how can you trade away? How can you trade away
You trade
Hop, man?
away DeAndre Hopkins and you don't get a first-round pick.
Seriously,
He
dude.
is the
Like,
worst.
I was upset because I saw he accepted that trade offer and the Eagles could have made that to him. I'm like, bro.
Anyone.
That,
What was it? You decided that a second rounder and
like
David Johnson.
like 2 seconds and I think like a fifth and yeah, David Johnson. I was like, dude, I would have given that. I don't even know if it's 2 seconds. It might have just been a second, fifth, in David
We
Johnson.
gave
I'm
up
like,
a
bro,
we got a second and David Johnson. I think we got another pick,
that,
and then we gave up
that
DeAndre Hopkins, a consensus top 3 receiver. Consensus.
he's
I
one
think
in
he's
my
the best
book. He's
receiver. I
one.
think he's
Yeah,
the best receiver in the league.
I
People
do
say Michael
too.
Thomas, but I think if you put just because Drew Brees can't throw the ball
I
downfield,
think I
that's
think
why he
Michael
has all
Th-
those
I think
catches.
Michael Thomas is 3. I think it's D Hop, Julio, Mike Thomas. I'll put Julio above
If we're
Michael.
going talent wise, definitely Julio and D-Hop 1
Yeah,
and 2. Odell, I don't know what happened to Odell. He is
it
not.
is what
That
it
is
is.
yeah. That's not OBJ. That's just Odell.
Right. Hell, dude, that trade just always makes me think of the semi-pro scene where, well, they said when the team said they needed a washing machine and we needed Monix. I mean, like
Yeah,
that's literally what
literally.
I felt like, bro.
I was sitting with my girl when that happened, and I was like, oh, we got David Johnson, because that's all they reported. Is that the Texans have acquired David Johnson, because that's what Schefter reported at
Yeah, I saw
first.
that. Yeah.
I was like, bet. I was like, okay, that's cool. We didn't really need him. You know, I don't think we're not bringing back Lamar, but you know, that's a good pickup. But then people started texting me saying, wow, I can't believe they did that. I was like, well, you were mad about David Johnson? And I was like, oh, they traded Nuke.
Yep. Yep. I woke up and saw the headline, and I don't know how many times I looked on ESPN and Bleacher Report. I was like, please tell me this isn't true. That's literally my thought. I was like, please tell me this isn't true. I mean, I'm not even a Texans fan, but I'm like, that is the dumbest trade
And
of all
then like what, a
trades.
few
It
weeks
is.
later, or Diggs gets traded for a first.
Like, what?
Diggs is good, but Diggs isn't even close to Hop.
Exactly.
And then we trade for Cooks, and we give up a second rounder.
Bill O'Brien don't believe in draft capital, bro. There's no way.
I seriously dislike Bill O'Brien. Not to the point where everyone hates their head coach and they're not doing well. No, first off,
I know exactly who you want on that squad.
I want Kansas City dude.
Yep. Benimi.
Oh, I want
Yep.
Battle, whatever his
Yep.
name is. Oh
Benimi.
my,
Yep. I knew that's who you wanted. Yes,
why
sir.
is he not a coach? Why is he not a head coach? He is the offensive coordinator for the highest powered offense. The
I
most
mean,
rev. I know why he's not a coach,
only
but
thing I can think of why he might not be as like more of a sports reason is could they see Andy Reid not being there much longer and they want him to have that upper kind of coach and waiting line? You know what I'm saying?
they would. It would have
Because
to
I was
be if
thinking
he
about
was
that.
promised that job.
Exactly.
And of course, if I'm him, I'm going to stay and coach Patrick Mahomes. Easiest
Right.
job in the world.
Exactly.
You're not gonna get fired because you're not gonna be bad.
Exactly.
But also, if I'm him, I'm thinking Watson and Mahomes' stats weren't that far off.
They're really not.
Of course, I think Mahomes is a better player. I won't be that much of a homer.
Right.
But Watson is really, really good.
Yeah.
You could go coach that team and make your own team as well. But also, I'm sure he wasn't even approached. I'm sure they didn't even look to get a new coach because the McNairs don't care about that team.
Right.
I think that Cal McNair, who took over, he's not owning the Texans. I don't think he even cares.
Right. I mean, who knows, man? It is what it is at this point. But hopefully they'll. I mean, like you said, if they do, I'm sure they'll win a game. But the Texans have a terrible season. Bob's definitely got to be gone, or else I don't. Again, like you said, then McNairs definitely don't care about that team. But
Yeah. I just think that it would have to be so bad for him to go. That's why I'm like, just
right,
lose.
right. I mean, yeah, I feel you on that. But on the other hand, what team has impressed you so far this season? Kind of off the bat.
The Bills.
Yeah.
I think the Bills have been pretty good, man. I also think that the Patriots, but I mean, I just kind of figured they would be good still,
Right.
to be completely honest with you. Oh, you know who's
Awesome.
really good? Green Bay.
Dude, that's scary, man. Like without hardly top tier weapons when Devontae Adams is
Tay.
hurt. That's
When
scary,
Tay
man.
Adams is hurt, dude, and is still winning games. Lazard is
Aaron Jones is
killing it.
dominating too, even with Aaron Rodgers playing lights out right now. Probably second running as far as right now. I mean, it is too early to tell, but he's definitely in the conversation for MVP if we're going early. early setting.
All these young coaches
But
coming in, and the Sean McVay effect.
exactly. I mean, had to happen eventually, man.
You're telling me, dude. I'm tired of
Because
seeing
at least
70-year-old
he's.
coaches in the
I
world of
mean it.
football.
I mean it's just a. I mean you had to see it because the young coaches are going to be more to adaptable and kind of be more players coaches, man. These older
It's a new
coaches
league.
aren't want to set their standard. And it's like abide by this or don't, and it's just like I mean, if it works, great. But we just see it nowadays where these players don't want to go into a system. They want to have that freedom to kind of. I mean, of course, they
There
want a
are,
culture, but they want the freedom to not feel like, oh my gosh, like I have to abide by everything this man says. Everything he says is correct. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
and
it can
you
be,
know,
but it is what it is. Hey,
professional sports coaches. It's more of a partnership. There are very
exactly.
few coaches in the NBA. There's Pop. There's maybe Rick Carlisle. There's Spo. There's a lot of coaches maybe who can demand that respect,
Yep.
and it'll go two ways. In the NFL, there's Greg. I mean, there is Bill Belichick.
Yep.
There is Pete Carroll. There's Mike
Yep.
Tomlin,
Yep.
and very few other names
Right.
where you can just demand that respect
Right.
without having really. Because I mean, they've proven themselves. They're all Super
Right.
Bowl winning coaches.
Right.
Don't even have to talk about Belichick, So
Right. Well, and
it's a different
also,
age.
yeah. Well, and also outside of all those coaches besides Belichick, they still give their players good freedom compared to, I mean, a lot of things. So yeah, they've have obviously developed that respect. That's what I'm getting at. They have the respect, and they're adaptable. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
as a player being coachable, that these like it's the same sense. So as a
Yeah.
player being coachable, these coaches are willing to. I mean, obviously they've had more experience in that aspect, but they're willing to listen more. I
Yeah.
feel like, and I knew as soon as Sean McVay started winning, that was going to happen. I was waiting for it to happen sooner, honestly.
And then you had Zach Taylor, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And then you had LaFleur.
Yeah.
And then even McDermott, who I don't really like that much, but whatever.
He's
He's
winning.
pretty young too, right? Yeah, he's winning. So as in like we did
And
to
then
Tyrod,
I
but
mean
whatever.
Brian Flores too down there at
Brian
Miami. So.
Flores, dude. Yeah,
And I know they're
another
not
Belichick
winning,
guy.
but they play hard.
It's hard to win when you trade away all your players for picks.
Exactly. And then bring him
I
in.
yeah, I mean Tunzel. I get it. You loading up, and it was a smart thing to do, but it's just you're not going to win now. Of course,
No.
you traded Drake, you traded Stills, Tunzel, and Minka Fitzpatrick. So those are like your four best players. So it's like really what were they expecting?
Right.
But
I mean, obviously, I'm not really shocked. I said that in week 2 with the team that I'm going to choose. I like seeing playing well, but the Cardinals, man. I mean, I know Kyler kind of had an off game last week, but I mean, it is what it is. They have a great core, and Kyler's playing lights out. He deserves the respect that these commentators and media didn't give him. And I was upset about that. That really rubbed me the wrong way, man.
good thing he did not play baseball. He is super good. He's really good, man.
I mean, he would have
He's
been
so
fine in
quick. He might have the
baseball.
best feet in the league.
Yeah, facts. I mean,
I
him or
just
I don't know who
yeah.
else to see. Maybe Lamar and Mahomes factor, but outside of that,
Lamar
it's
is great.
definitely.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
think
definitely.
Probably Murray though. Just the way he stops on the dime, he's so quick. But who sucked?
Yeah.
Your boys, bro.
Oh, I know, man.
Terrible. It's a
It's tough,
shit
dude.
show.
It
It's a
is, man.
shit show.
I mean, it.
You cursed.
I'm
You're
not even.
cursed.
It's not even one of those things. I mean, it's just fact. I mean, Wentz is going back to his old self and overthrowing everybody. Like I said in the beginning of the year, that was the one thing he was going to have to fix if this team wanted to really up their standards and make this division not absolutely be the worst division in the NFL right now. I thought maybe we could compete with the AFC East in the worst division, but no, the Bills and Pats would run through anybody in that division, and it's just honestly. And then
Yeah.
I'm not making any excuses for us. I'm not. It doesn't surprise me. I still think we have a shot to maybe get in the playoffs, but we're gonna have to win our division, obviously, but our division's trash. That's the only reason I say that. It's the only reason I say that we can, because I've seen it happen before with us where, I mean, we started like this, had a tied
Yeah,
a
I
game, and ended
just
up
think
making the
that
playoffs at 9-6-1. But here's the one thing: I don't want to make it as an excuse, but we are one of the many teams that has hit the injury bug hard. That's not
you
really an
guys seem
excuse to me, but
cursed.
we have a
It's
bad
it feels
injury.
like it's been 2 years in a row where you can't keep a receiver on the field.
Oh, I know, dude. I mean, Alshon hasn't even played yet. Our first round pick is gone. D-Jack gets
Prager
hurt.
down.
And I mean, I love Greg Ward, but again, he's not a number one. But he's balling. He
He's
steps up when
good.
it
He's been playing
counts.
really good. Yeah,
He
he
steps
honestly
up
is
when
like
it
the
counts.
Eagles.
But
Yeah, he honestly is kind of a savior for you, like in some parts, receiver wise, because he's the only consistent
yeah,
weapon they have
I
out
mean,
there.
at least we're better than the Jets.
Well, Adam Gase should get fired tomorrow.
Him
He
and
is
Dan
not a
Quinn.
head coach.
Him,
Dan
Dan
Quinn has some kind of clout because he at least is a Super Bowl coach. Yeah, they got embarrassed when they came back,
Shanahan
but
got there from there.
that is very true also. But Adam Gase is not a leader of men. He's not a leader. No one really likes him.
And that's something I love the Jets general manager too. Like I wish they could do something. It's just
I mean, they let go of that team is better off having Greg Williams in charge than Adam Gase. At least Greg Williams is a leader.
true.
At
I agree on
least
that one.
people underestimate how, especially when you suck.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? What is it that Adam Gase said in the meeting with the GM? Because I think the report was they were going to go a different way, and then they had a meeting with Gase, and he kind of swung them. I'm thinking, what did he say to them to convince them that he's good?
I don't know, man. I really don't. I mean, yes, he was the OC when the Bears were doing their thing. What was that? 4 years ago, 5 years ago? But again,
He
he
was
went to the Dolphins and didn't prove
he was
anything.
Broncos. He was Broncos
It
AC,
was
right?
Broncos.
Didn't he coach Peyton?
Did he? He might
Let
have
me
done
look it
that, but
up.
I know he was with the Bears. I thought that it was his last job because that's why I'm
He was
gonna
with the
be
Dolphins.
no, I know he was head coach, but I know he was with the Bears when they had Alshon. And I'll be
Mm.
completely honest. I mean, I wasn't sold on him, but when we fired Chip Kelly and wanted and brought in Doug Pearson, which I did love that hire, my first thought was like, I wouldn't be mad at Gase because we can get Alshon. We got Alshon anyway without him, and I'm thank the Lord that happened. You see what
Yeah.
Gase did now, but
Yeah, you're right. He coached he was wide receivers coach for the Broncos,
yeah,
2009, 2012. Then he was OC for a year to 2013, 2014.
yeah,
Then he was the OC for the Bears, and then he got the
yeah.
Dolphins job.
So I mean, I knew he was with the Bears eventually because I mean Alshon did his thing when we needed him to. We just can't stay healthy right now, and I don't know. Our O-line can't stay healthy either, and we have an experienced defense, so that's all I can say about
Peters
that.
needs to retire.
He really does. I mean, he was supposed to play guard for us anyway, but Andre Dillard got hurt. And every game I keep seeing, Peters went down. The game before, Lane Johnson didn't play, and Jack Driscoll went down, the dude we drafted. So I'm just like,
Yeah,
we keep getting our
really
third
is
string
something
tackle in.
else.
And dude, the funny thing is, our third string tackle, we converted him to a tackle. We drafted him a couple years back, and he was playing rugby in Australia. Never played American football in his life. He's just a big dude. He's about,
Really?
yeah, he's 6'8", like 350, I think.
Imagine him playing
Big man.
rugby.
Oh, I know, bro.
Dude,
Well,
he's
I
a
think
tank.
we had to put 350 on him. He's still probably
But
about
he was
300. That's still a tank.
6'8".
Yeah, facts.
Try to tackle BMO coming full speed at you, bro. No
Facts.
chance.
No, hell no. I feel you on that. Thanks, bro. Oh, man. I mean, that's really all I got so far right now. Anything else you want to bring up, man? Anything else you can think of that you want to talk about with
Uh,
NFL-wise or even NBA?
Not really, bro. Game's about to start in 17 minutes. Game one.
Yes,
About to
sir.
tip off.
We'll see what
I
happens.
I'll call it. Last thing we'll do, I'll call the score. I'll
All right.
say Lakers. 103-96. Relatively middle of the pack scoring.
I was thinking about 105-90. I think it's middle of the pack, but it's going to
15.
be game one, and I think LeBron's going to come out firing. Hopefully we can stop him. But, again, this is the first team Miami's faced besides the Celtics that really just have this fire. Like, I don't think we've lost a game one all series, but this one might be it.
Yeah. You know, I think this is definitely a game that he can win.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
I mean, Lakers haven't played. They lost 2 game ones, and the Heat, I don't think have lost a game one.
Right.
But I just think the way Bron is right now, he's just super locked in.
Yeah,
He has nothing else around him. He's probably tired of being in that hotel like everybody else, but he can
For
go
sure.
in that gear. So
For sure. All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man.
yes, sir, bro.
I'll
No
see you
problem,
soon.
Dillo.
Talk to you soon. Let's get it. I'll catch
All
you,
right,
bro.
brother.
Deuces.